Alright, so I'll go ahead and taxi this on out here.
Southern Air Park, System 90 Fox Lima, South Hangars, taxiing to run-up area 07, Air Park.
Air Park traffic, Chancellor 124 Golf, Foxtrot be turning final, 407, full stop, Air Park.
Alright, so we'll come over here, face into the wind a little bit. I can see that windsock, so the wind's not bad today. I'm not that worried about it. And we'll do our run up. So brakes are set, fuel is on both, trim is for takeoff, flight controls are free and correct. That one goes up, that one goes down, up, down, go. Annunciator lights, we're going to test those again. Good. Instruments, okay, so this is 0, this is level, this is within 75 feet of field elevation, this is showing 0, this is showing known headings, which there we go. And then the turn coordinator is level and the ball is centered. Down here, nav GPS, yeah, make sure best power. So on this, they've got the mixture first, but you want to throttle up to 1800 RPM first. So we'll throttle up to 1800. Now in mixture, you're gonna turn it until you get a loss of power, and then 1, 2 and a half. Okay, and that's lean. So we'll do mag check. You got that left mag. Good drop there, alright. Back to both. And again, and then we'll do right mags. Good. Yep. Back to both. Perfect. Vacuum. It's in the green.
We are.
Amps. So we can turn that alternator off. And we got a loss there and a loss in the amps.
Yep.
Back to both. Oil pressure, oil temperature.
Oil pressure's right down on top of the green. Temperature's still down low.
Yeah, it's cold. And we'll bring it back. And that is your run up. Pre-takeoff.
Looking clear over here.
Good. Alright, throttle in, we're on the center line. Smooth application of power. Engine instruments are in the green. Airspeed's coming alive. Easy peasy, there's about 50 knots, about 55. Gently begin to pull back. There you go, just like that. There's 70 knots right there, looking good. Good attitude there. Beautiful. And that's as easy as it is right there. So this is a good attitude to have for climb out. Okay. We got about 500 feet per minute on our climb. That's good.
About how high are we climbing to?
We'll lift about 4,000. So we'll go ahead and turn that direction, more of a north heading.
Southern Air Park, Cessna 90 Fox Lima is exiting to the northeast. Last call, Air Park.
So yeah, nice and easy, not too hard. And you've got. So you do seem pretty knowledgeable about flying. That's good. That's going to make my job pretty easy. I can tell you've studied, passed your written, and all that.
Well, don't let that fool you.
No, I
am as green can be.
Coming up on 4,000 there, so I'll pull a little power back, about 21, 20, yeah. Right about there. Cool. So why don't we try, we're on a heading of what, 350?
Yeah.
Let's try, we're outside the Charlie now, so that's good. So why don't we try a right turn to 060. There we go.
About that bank or a little bit harder?
That's perfect. That is perfect. Turn coordinator saying that's a standard rate turn. And now I don't want you to get overly fixated on the instruments. What we want to do is good. That was a good turnout. Perfect. We want to learn outside references to maintain altitude. So this is pretty good level flight right here. And you notice we're still about 4,000 feet. That's good. Now we can do another left turn back to, let's do a heading of 330.
All right.
Beautiful. Perfect. Let's do a turn back to 060 again. Watch this kind of ball as you turn. And that ball is going to, the general term is you want to step on the ball. So right now the ball is kind of on the inside, so you put a little right rudder into it, and the ball comes centered again. So, and like I said, you don't need a whole lot of right rudder, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just a barely little bit of pressure, and that's
right. So, and that is a standard coordinated turn, which is what you want. Do a 180-degree turn if you want to. Watch, we can do this.
All right.
Look good. I don't see anybody. One of these days we'll fly into Stanton right there. That's the airport. It's kind of cool because you got all those windmills around you. Yeah, with flying, 99% of it is repetition. To get landings down, it's not a natural thing.
Yeah.
It's not gonna look like, oh, this seems natural. It's just gonna be repetition, and there will be flights we'll come out here, we'll just do nothing but touch and goes. Just stay in the pattern doing touch and goes until you feel confident. So if we want, we can head back, I guess due left, so like a heading of south, so we don't get too far out here.
All right.
And I like that you are using the turn coordinator. You're not overly banking. I have a lot of guys that think that a 60-degree bank is normal, and it's not. Good, gentle turns. You're maintaining altitude good.
We're not enough fighter.
So we've got some time on our hands.
Sure.
So one thing I will say is, and I don't want to throw you in the wolves or anything. I mean, you let me know. So that's completely your flight, what you want to do. Would you like to see what a landing into international looks like?
We can do it. Doesn't matter to me.
Okay. I figure you got your...
Airborne approach, Cessna 90 Fox, Lima is about 14 miles northeast inbound. Touch and go.
Cessna 0 Fox, Lima Squad 0241, ident of an altimeter is 3032.
And 0241, got information kilo, and we're identing 90 Fox Lima.
0 Fox, Lima, radar contact, 13 miles northeast of Middle International, fly heading of 270 vector sequence.
Yeah, heading at 270 vector sequence, 90 Fox Lima.
And 3 Mike uniform, radar contact.
So what just happened is he gave us a squawk, so you can see us on the radar.
I get clear traffic now.
So he said fly heading 270, and then he's going to vector us for final. So heading of 260, all right there, and up to 4,500. You're doing great, by the way.
Thank you.
You're a natural aviator.
Got a tower coming right at us in front of us. A couple of these big ones here.
See that. Give it one more minute, see if he turns us away from it.
Foxtrot Lima, turn left heading 190.
Head left to 190, 90 Fox Lima.
12-6 Lima Hotel, traffic 12 to 1 o'clock, 4.5 miles eastbound, altitude indicates 3,800.
6 Lima Hotel, we're low.
6 Lima Hotel, you can send and maintain 5,000 now, turn left heading up 210.
210, heading down to 5,000, 6 Lima Hotel.
6 Lima Hotel, if you be watching off your about 1130 position, about 4 miles, you'll see a golf course. It's just to the northwest of the...
Now what is nice is that he is vectoring us to final, so though you can't see the airport right now, it'll be right in front of you.
Yeah.
Cruise approaching to the Slamar runway 112.
Bringing us right on in.
Runway over there, looks like that guy's turning for it now. And change of frequency, report canceling eyebrow with me.
Okay, we'll cancel my encore now and switch it to advisory 6 Lima Hotel.
Have a good day, sir. You're going to beat you in by about 10 seconds.
Yeah, you can see we got air traffic. Somebody went there in front of us.
Foxtrot Lima Tower's got a T1 in the pattern. You're following the 737, turning at 2.5 mile right base with me, and you'll wind up following that T1. Tower will keep you apprised. Contact tower now, 118.7.
We'll be looking for all the traffic over to tower 118.7. Thanks for all the help. Fox Lima.
So as you can see, we've got one red kind of coming in there. Now on this, I'm kind of adding a little power, just because I don't want to get too low. The bumps that you feel right now, don't worry about it. It can be a little intimidating at times, but once you get close...
Base your discretion, runway 10, clear for the option set in the short final. Right base, clear down, 10, cleared option main, straight to.
Once you get close to the ground, like real close to the ground, you'll notice that it really kind of softens up.
What's these approach angle lights called again?
They're Pappies.
Pappies, okay, that's right. I heard you say that earlier.
Right. And like I said, right here, we're still a little high, but that's all right. We've got 8,000 feet of runway. So we're about 80 knots. We're a little fast. That's all right. And we're going to bring it down nice and easy. Power to idle. We'll hold this off right here, and I'm going to try to get this silky smooth landing for you here. Let's see what I can do. And that's on the ground. Flaps up. I got the power. Smooth application of power. And airspeed's alive. There's 60 knots, and we'll rotate.
End of the airport, Cessna 90 Fox Lima, 3 mile final, 007 airport.
2,000, temperature 1.
Test it again. So altitude is good. We're about 900 feet above the ground on about 2.5 mile final. This runway's a lot more narrow, so I'll go ahead and I'll land this one in for you again today. I'm not going to expect you to do landings for the first few flights until you feel a little more comfortable with it.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't want to make you push you into the weeds or make you do anything intimidating or something you don't like.
Airplane?
My airplane.
All right.
So, but I will kind of talk you through, you know.
Middle Airport, 90 Fox Lima, 1.5 final, 07 airport.
Like I said, flaps are something you can use, and you don't have to. Like, I'll even show you. There's 30 degrees of flaps. So when I do 30 degrees of flaps, see how slow it kicked us down to, right above 60, which is good, because that means you won't have to flare as much, you won't have to hold it off the ground. A little rougher on that one.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Don't you have that kind of feel today?
Felt good. Felt smooth.
Fun?
Oh yeah.
Excellent.